Welcome all. In this video, I am going to explain some of the program on multi-dimensional array, or you say two-dimensional array. Fine. So in two-dimensional array, there will be row as well as there will be column. It means the data will be kept in row and columnar form. Fine. So here the question I specified that we have to write a program to input 6 numbers, and that we have to specify, or we have to input in 3:2 form, and we have to print it accordingly, or we have to print as we input it. Fine. It means the value should appear in 3 rows and 2 columns. So for that, for two-dimensional array, I have to take the variable how. Now 3 will be the row value and 2 will be the column value. That is how we can write int n of 3 of 2. Then I can take one variable for row and one variable for column. Fine. And in multi-dimensional array, we have to continue with what? We have to continue with nested loop. So for row equal to 0 I started, and row less than 3 we need to specify, and row plus plus. So that is what the row loop we specified. As in multi-dimensional array or two-dimensional array, we are going to specify nested loop. So for the second loop, for the inner loop, we have to start the value of c with 0, and as c is specified as 2, so we have to write here c less than 2 and c plus plus. Fine. So here this is the outer loop and this is the inner loop. So the loop will start with the outer one, that is row as 0, then it will go inside the column and column will become 0 as well. So it means when it will receive any data from keyboard, it will keep in 0 0 place. Thereafter, it will continue the column to another step ahead, means C++ will happen. So C++ in the sense it will take the value now for 0 and 1, because the previous value of C was 0, it will become 1 now, and row was 0, so 0 1 it will input the data. Fine. So thereafter it will continue with row. Row will increment from 0 to 1, and it will restart the column value, that will be again 0. So next, the third value what we are going to input, or what it is going to receive, it will receive in 1 0 location. Fine. And that is how it will continue, and so on. So let's specify here the printf statement. I am specifying here printf enter a number. Enter a number. Fine. That is, I am using here a /n statement, enter a number. So now scanf, we have to use %d as number integer we are inputting, and n of r and n of c. It means whatever the index will be in row and column, that it is going to accept here. It means for row the value will be 0, column the value will be 0. So at first, for the first iteration, it will take the value and keep in 0 0 place. Fine. This is the input part I completed here. Now I will write the output part. For writing the output part, I am simply copying the entire thing and pasting. Why? Because of we need again two loops to print them, as well as we can specify here %d comma n of r as well as n of what, c. So the values will be printed as well. So let me try first at first this much, show you how the results are coming, then we can continue ahead. It is simply asking the numbers, so I'm inputting. So it is asking again, asking again. It means every time we input a number, it will keep ask how long. Now as long as we completed with 3 numbers. Fine. The moment I complete with 6 numbers, it will stop entering the data, it will stop asking the values, and it will print it. See, it is printing all 6 numbers, but not printing accordingly, not printing in row and columnar form. So what we need to do for that? So we have to do here what? We have to specify here after completion of each row, it's supposed to come to the next line. So after completion of the column loop, we have to specify here printf slash n to bring the cursor to the next line, so that after completion of each row, the cursor pointer or the pointer of the cursor will come to the next line to continue with the next line. Fine. Now let's check the answer. Let's check the input compiling the program, and how it is asking. All of you please notice. Now how it is asking, enter a number, so we have to specify the number. Just 6 times I have to specify the values, and see, now it is printing in 3 rows, 1 row, 2 row, 3 row and 2 columns. So one is 336 and one is 252. So this is how double dimension array can be implemented, or can be, the data can be inputted to it, as well as we can print the values from it. Fine. Now if I want to know like which location I am inputting the value, it is asking enter a number. But suppose the time of it is asking enter a number, not only it should ask that, it should show the location that where it is going to put that number, where it is going to store that number. So I can specify the statement how I enter a number for, I can specify here n bracket, fine, n bracket percent %d, that is the C way of writing. In C++ you have to write little differently, percent %d and percent %d. Fine. So here I can write R and C. So in C++ how the same thing I can do? Now cout, what I have to do here? Enter a number for n square bracket I need to give, and after square bracket I have to specify here R, then bracket, then the curly bracket, sorry, the square bracket I need to end for R. So this is for R. Then for C again I need to specify, C means the column, I need to specify the double quote and the square bracket. Then I can specify here what? C, and the square bracket I supposed to end here. So this is how we need to specify for C++. Okay, that is not our motto, we are trying in C. So let's check. So let's compile the program and let's see how the input it is asking to us. See, it is asking what? By mistake I think I inputted one C here, so let me remove it, then we will try it again. So I have, yes, by mistake C is appearing there, so let's remove that C, the character from there. Okay, let's compile, let's run the program. Yes, it is asking enter a number for 0 0. Fine. Then so here it is asking enter a number for 0 0. So let's print the value. Now it is asking for 0 1. So let's provide the numbers. See, it is showing the location as well. So that just increase the display. Fine. So see, the numbers are not printing properly. So what we need to do, in our proper place we have to specify the printf statement with /n, so that the numbers will keep appearing after completion of a column, means each row it will go to the next line to print the next row. Fine. So let's check that by inputting the numbers. Let's check once again. See, all the numbers it is asking, 6 values it will ask us to take from us. Thereafter it will print the numbers accordingly. See, 4 3 4 5 and 2 7 the numbers are. Fine. Hope all of you understood the concept of double dimensional array. This was a very simple program, just we were receiving the numbers and we were printing them accordingly. Fine. Now let's try transposing the matrix. Let's try transpose of matrix. So transpose of matrix is what, students? Now row the value will go to column, and column the value will come to the row. So the question I can specify here, transpose the matrix. Transpose the 3 is to, or suppose 3 I am writing 3 is to 3 matrix. Fine. In transpose case, I specified the question here as transpose the 3 is to 3 matrix. Okay. So 3 is to 3 matrix. It means I have to specify here what? 3 transpose in the sense what? The row will become column and column will become row. That is what? Swap. Fine. So row will continue thrice, column also will continue thrice. Fine. Then here I need to specify as it is given, no need to change anything. And in this case I have to specify 3. Fine. And when this print I am doing, so what I need to bring first? Row will go to the column place, column will go to the row place. So it means at first I have to write column and second place I have to write row. That simple is it. Fine. No need to specify anything extra things. So let's try for running the program and check how it is running. We will input properly the values, like suppose 00, then 01, then 02. Fine, 3 is to 3, sorry, 3 is to 3 I gave, you remember. So fine, so let's enter how many numbers? 9 numbers we need to input. Now check all the values whatever I have inputted. See, 423 should come at first. 423, but there is no 423 in the first line. 423 is coming in column. It should come in row. It is coming in row. Sorry, column. So let's do one more thing. Suppose this number, we will know the original value to be printed. Suppose so, I'm taking the copy of this answer and printing here. And here I'm just specifying the normal numbers at first. Then I'm specifying the changes. Fine. Then I'm specifying the transpose so that better you can understand. Okay, so it means I have taken here 3 nested loop, one for input, one for output of original values, and third one is the transpose logic. Fine. So let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 values I inputted here. Now you check the answers. So these 3 what you are seeing, students, these are the original value what I have inputted. Then thereafter, if you notice this 2, 3, 4, which is kept in a row, it is coming in column 2, 3, 4. 5 to 6, which is in a row, it is coming in column. 7 to 3, which is in a row in previous, it is coming in a column. So this is what the transpose. We just transfer the row value to column and column to row. This is what the entire program of it. The first loop we have taken for input. The second loop I took for getting the output of the original numbers. Then the third loop I have taken to make the transpose, and in this case only changes I made here, just in row place I wrote column and in column place I wrote row. That is what. Okay. Now the next question we will try row wise sum. Okay, so we will try. Let me make here the question at first. Row wise sum. Fine. So the value whatever we are inputting, we will find the sum of those numbers and row wise. Row wise in the sense here the output, if you see 2, 3, 4, it means 2 plus 3 plus 4, the output will come here. 5 plus 2 plus 6, the output will come here. That is what I am going to show you. Okay, so in this case we do not require 3 loop, we require only 2 loops. So one loop I am removing from here, as in one loop I have taken for input and second loop I will take to find out the sum. Fine. So let's take one variable as sum. Okay. Now the question is, I have to initialize the value of sum to 0. Suppose I specify here the value of sum as 0. Fine. And sum I have to find out here when I am trying to print the numbers, that time only I can find out the sum. Fine. So here I am doing sum plus equal to sum plus equal to, that is sum equal to sum plus n of row as well as column. Fine. So after that we can simply print the sum near to the number. We can print the sum near to the number. So I can specify here the print statement after the all the columns get printed, sorry, all the columns get printed out the sum, then we can print simply. So we can make here printf, we can make here percent %d, we can give a gap percent %d comma sum. Fine. So this is how the sum we need to print after completion of the each column to be printed. Fine. So let's check. Now here I am specifying the numbers. Here I am specifying the numbers. All 9 numbers to be inputted because 3:3 I made. And then yes, we check what it is doing. The problem is what? Now 3 plus 4 plus 2 is 9. It is printing successfully, that is fine. But the next one, if you check, 3 plus 6, that is 9, plus 7, that is 16. 16 plus the previous result. It is it is what it is doing. Now it is adding and printing the numbers, printing the answers. So it means it is continuing with the previous result. Whatever we got previously, that it is continuing with the next one. So in this case, what we supposed to do, the variable sum which I initialize here, we have to initialize in a proper place. We have to initialize in a particular place like here, so that when it will start with a new row, it will start the sum with 0. When it will start with a new row, the sum value will get 0 again. Fine. So let's try now. Let's check now. Let's input the numbers now, students. I'm inputting 9 numbers. Just a second. Yes, the answers are coming, but it is not printing properly. Let's check. Let's input the numbers now again by compiling. Yes, let's input the numbers. It should print properly the sum. That is what our motto is. See, it is coming now nicely. 4 plus 5 plus 3, 12. 4 plus 5 plus 4, 13. 3 plus 4 plus 2, 9. Okay. So hope all of you understood, because the sum of the row in this concept we have added. So the sum we are taking here, as well as we are printing just with the number after completion of the number. So the print statement I kept it outside the loop. It means when it will be inside the loop, it will simply take the sum. It won't print. But after completion of printing the entire data of that row, when it come outside the loop, it will print simply the column there. Sorry, the sum there, the result there. Okay. So, hope all of you understood the concept nicely. Thank you.